Welcome back, everybody, to the Friday Night Prepper pre-party show. And we are live. We're going to do a little gear haul today. Bear with me as... What is going on? Why is this not... All right, here we go. Sorry, it wasn't looking like it was going live for us. So what we're going to do today is a little bit of a gear haul, and we're going to show you some stuff that I picked up over the fall and Christmas. I just haven't had a chance to show you. Hang on one second. I got an audio issue. Where is that coming from? Okay. There we go. Okay. Clear up my audio issue. Good. Golly. I got technical issues going on. All right. Do the best we can here. So far, no echo on my end. If you guys can hear me, let me know 5x5. So what we're doing today is doing a little gear haul of stuff that I picked up over the fall. Some of it was from Georgia Bushcraft. Some of it was from Black Friday. And a little bit was from Christmas. So I am just going to show... Thank you. Appreciate that, Maccabeus. Just going to show you what I picked up. I've been meaning to do this, and it's just like there's been so many other topics in the news that I had to keep putting this off. So I got a lot of stuff to show you here today. Let's just go through it. Remember, if you're starting out, don't feel overwhelmed. Like I've been prepping for a long time, right? So a lot of stuff. This is all stuff that I paid for tonight, but a lot of stuff, I'd already had in my gear. I've accumulated over years. So when you're starting out, it feels like, oh my gosh, I got to catch up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stay within your budget, little by little. Train. Skills are more important than gear. Remember that, okay? All right. So first thing is, when you go to Georgia Bushcraft, you get a nice little swag bag here. And those are some of the sponsors. You guys know I've showed you all of these people in short reels and stuff like that. You know LT Wright Knives, you know Tough Possum Gear. Of course, you know Knives by Nuge, Exodus Knife and Tool Company, right? Like I've showed you guys these. Bushcraft Coffee Company I'm going to talk about tonight. That's I think that's Wildcard Jess that I showed you guys. I did an interview with her. Revelo is kind of new to me. I met him there. Good guy. Hopefully we can collaborate at some point in the future. But you get a little tote bag when you get into Georgia Bushcraft. It's good to see everybody, by the way. I see Maccabeus. I saw Coffee First. I see Lee, Cold War Prepper, Cold Hearted Bastard. Thank you guys. Appreciate it, everybody. Hope you all are having a good Friday night. All right, let's keep rolling because I want to go through all this with you tonight. So this is a little keychain there that I got from Super Essie. And I think that was part of our swag bag when we checked into Georgia Bushcraft, and it's got a little whistle on it. I'm not going to do that right now because my wife will scream at me. And this also apparently, so it's like 3 feet of paracord, and you can clip that on your bag or whatever, which is probably what I'm going to do. I've got a new bag that I'm working on that you'll get a video on that at some point, but that's probably going to be clipped on there. And then inside, you got a little ferro rod. I'm trying to show both cameras here. So inside you got a little ferro rod, and then you got a little scraper on the other side there. All right, and so I'm not going to do this indoors with all my gear here, but basically you scrape it along there and it'll generate sparks. Just another backup little fire starter. Okay, and that was Super SE gear. I'm going to try to tell you where you can find all this stuff. Some of it's in links in my description, but some of it's not. I'll try to tell you where you can find all this. New koozie I picked up from my friend Heather at PNW Bushcraft. It looks like if I hold it like right there, both cameras get it. PNW Bushcraft, she made that. She makes all kinds of cool gear, foraging pouches, things like that. Definitely check her stuff out. Heather makes really cool products. Let's see. Check our chat here real quick. Wayne, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Anonymous Prepper, how you doing? Doing good? All right, next one is I picked up Craig Cottle's traditional bushcraft book there, and I got to meet him and he signed it for me, which makes it extra special. Georgia Bushcraft is a really cool event, y'all. You need to try to get there if you can. I know I'm trying to get this on both cameras for you. Really fun, and a lot of famous people in the survival community are typically there. And you get to train with them. You get to train with the best of the best. All right, next up, this one here is just for my, I bought that on Black Friday. Another coin tube to add some more silver coins in. I know I haven't done a silver and gold video for you guys in a while. I'm getting ready to do an order, so when I do that, I'll probably do a video for that. And then when it comes in, I'll do a video showing you of the unboxing of that. But that's just one of those coin tubes. You guys have seen those in my silver and gold videos. All right, moving right along. We got plenty of stickers. I think all these came from Georgia Bushcraft. So we got LT Wright's Back to the Grind. Another one from LT Wright. Creek Camper is on Instagram and YouTube. I've met him every time I go to Georgia Bushcraft. He's been there. Good guy. This is Craig Cottle's group, Nature Reliance School. Got a new patch from LT Wright Knives. And then this here, these are the fire cards from Wazoo. Now, when I can get back out to do a fire starting video, I'll show you how these work. But I do have a video of Nick demonstrating it. And I know that's live on Instagram. If it's not live on YouTube, I'll make it live soon. Basically, you scrape off some of this and it get a little bit of tinder and you spark it and this stuff burns like crazy. Credit card size, nice and thin, so this could fit in your wallet. You've always got a fire starter with you. All right, peeking on chat here. Scorpion Metals, good to see you. How you doing? You guys have questions about any of this stuff? If you guys have questions about any of this stuff, put it in chat and I'll try to catch it. If you want a specific link for anything that you see tonight that's not in the description, let me know in a comment after the video is done and I'll drop a link for you. Got a little button from Tough Possum Gear and a sticker from them. And actually, I think this was in the swag bag as well from Tough Possum Gear. This is a little sharpener. Cool little piece of kit. And that could go in like an Altoids tin or something like that, a little extra sharpener. And then speaking of sharpeners, also this was, I believe, in the swag bag at Georgia Bushcraft. This is from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. My buddy Greg, who has been a good friend to this channel. And one of these days, Greg, I will get out there and visit your shop again, and we'll film some footage in there. All right, so that's a little diamond sharpener. Yeah, I think it comes off. Here we go. Yep. So you screw that in there. This will probably go on. This will probably go on my new bag that I'm working as well, and that's just another sharpener as well. Okay. So I'll probably clip that on the inside or the outside of my bag. Haven't decided yet. That's from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. XNYC OG Prepper, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good night. What's with the groupies? Anonymous Prepper channel says those are the 4 girls in those videos that you sometimes see on Instagram. I don't do it as much on YouTube, but the 4 girls that you sometimes see on Instagram. One of them is Daniela Joy. She's a fitness guru, and she's actually been on my channel a couple times talking about like prepper fitness and whatnot. Another one is Instagram and YouTube influencer Ray's Way Overdoing It. She and I have just been, online friends for a while. And then the other 2 are Brittany and Emma, and those are 2 girls that I trained in martial arts with. And so I just asked them, I paid them actually, because, you should pay people who are doing work for you, right? Like I don't expect everything to be free. I paid them to do some modeling for my gear for me. So they are friends to the channel, and some in Emma and Brittany's case, real life friends. And some of them have had modeling experience. So I figured who better else to do that for me than them. All right, this one here was a gift to myself on Black Friday. That is, let's see if I get it in both cameras. There we go. That is a tourniquet pouch. So that is also going to go on. Actually, I don't think this is going to go on my new bag. And in this one, you can put the shears in the back as well. I think this one's going to go on my car first aid kit because I've got my tourniquet and my car first aid kit kind of jury rigged, and I think this is just going to give it a little. It's going to be a better way for me to store it. So, tourniquet pouch. All right, this was Forager Chick and I, and you guys know Forager Chick, who moderates here. Forager Chick and I went to a class at Georgia Bushcraft on EDC, and they were giving these out. Now, don't expect you're always going to get free gear when you go into a class at Georgia Bushcraft. We got lucky that they gave these out. And pretty nice little multi-tool from Roxon. It's kind of spring-loaded. It's got the wire cutters, pliers, pretty much everything you can imagine in there. So I already have a few multi-tools, including a Leatherman, but this is actually, I got to tell you, this is, in my opinion, without having like gone into testing this yet, it feels like the quality is as good as a Leatherman. And of course, it came with a nice belt pouch. So yeah, we got lucky. You know, you don't typically get free stuff when you go to those classes. The person who was leading the class on EDC, I guess, was probably wanting these to get out there so that, you know, we could show other people and test them out. But that's Roxon. I'll show you the box. Roxon Flash Elite. So check them out. And when I get around to it, I'll do some testing on that as well. Got so much stuff that I got to get going. And some of this, like, you know, some companies, not anything that's up here right now, but sometimes some companies send me stuff. And so, like, I try to prioritize that. They're sending me something for free. They want me to do a review on it. So I always try to work that stuff into my schedule quicker. So I got a knife review coming up pretty soon from the same company that Odin Wolf. You guys saw my last knife review was from Odin Wolf. My next one's going to also be an Odin Wolf knife review. Let's see, anything in chat? What's the GeoPress for coffee? We're going to get to that in 1 second. Actually, I could do that next. Checking your chat. Yeah, so Cold War Prepper's right. So the GeoPress goes with this. This is the Grail. And I believe I've got a link for that in the description. This is my preferred water filter for hiking and traveling. And I mean, by traveling, I mean like even hotel traveling, if you're going to somewhere where the water might be a little bit sketchy. The way this works is, you fill that part with whatever water, pond water or whatever, and then this part, you press through it. And that's the filter down there, okay? And then you just loosen up the top to let the air out. And then as you press this down, it forces water through the filter into the internal water bottle, and then it's safe to drink, okay? So that's the Grail. And the GeoPress is the filter that goes in there. So I just picked up, I have a ton of these already. I just picked up another one. Periodically, I'll add stuff like that. This is, and then this goes with it. This is a little internal filter inside of it where you can actually add like electrolytes and things like that. So this goes inside there, and then that filter goes inside here. But this is my preferred water filter for hiking, camping, traveling. Now for home use, you're probably gonna wanna go with something bigger, right? Because you're going to need more volume. But for one person, this is perfect. And that filter, without going to the website, let's see. Trying to tell you how many gallons it will do. 350 presses, 350 times of filling this up. So that's going to get you multiple camping trips and hiking trips and things like that. So that's the Grail and the GeoPress. All right. Check your chat again here. Like a French press. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, Cold War Prepper. Oh, interesting. Is the press made out of the correct non-chemically reactive glass? I don't think there's any glass in here, to be honest with you. You can go on their website, but I don't think there's any glass in here at all. Right? So let me show you this filter. I'll screw it off. So that's what it looks like. You can kind of see the filter in there if the light catches it right. Okay. and then screws right back on easy when you want to need to put a new filter in. That's all there is to it. And then again, before you press it down, make sure you loosen the cap because that lets the airflow go through, or else you're really going to need a lot of muscle to do this. And then as you press it down, it presses the water through it, and you get clean drinking water. Now, people have used these in really extreme environments. They're really well tested. If you want, the specific specs, I'd say go to the website. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't do it. But I trust it. I've used it with stream water, pond water. I used it in Atlanta when there was a boil water advisory, and I had no ability to boil water. I just used that, and I was fine. No GI issues or anything like that. Hey, Virginia Bushcrafters, good to see you. How you doing? All right, let's keep going. This is something I thought I'd just kind of play around with. This is glow in the dark paracord. Yeah, I'll try it out when we go camping. I'll give you my thoughts on it. Might be good for, how your tent lines, I can't even tell you how many times I've tripped over my tent lines in the middle of the night when I'm going out to use the restroom. It's really, really frustrating. I don't know if this is going to help me or not, but because, glow in the dark stuff really only glows for a couple hours after it gets dark. It doesn't glow all night long, but hey, we'll give it a run. It was just kind of that was a Black Friday purchase. All right, let's go back to Tough Possum Gear for a second. I picked these up at Georgia Bushcraft from Tough Possum Gear, bought them at his booth. And this is just kind of a project that I'll play around with in 2025. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to have to watch some videos and probably get a book or something, but just different lock picks. That's from Tough Possum Gear. Now, I don't know. Check your legality for your state, because I don't know if they're legal in all states. I want to say that when I lived up in Massachusetts, you had to have a permit to own lockpicks, but that was a long time ago. I haven't lived up there in a long time, so maybe it's changed. So yeah, I grabbed those from Tough Possum Gear. Something I'll just play around with when I get a chance. I'll have to watch some good videos and probably get a book or something. Maybe take a class from somebody. Never done it before. All right, the next two, this was just Black Friday pickups for the first aid kit. I'm not going to tell you medical advice about what super glue can be used for. However, I will say I've used it on myself for some cuts that should have probably been stitches. And then, of course, this is a better option for you. This is your medical grade new skin. Basically seals the wound. You just paint it on and it seals the wound. And it's when you're working in a really wet environment where, like that soggy bandage thing that just falls apart, this is sometimes a better option for you. A couple additions for the first aid kit. All right, getting down to the end here now. Let's check your chat again. You have to be a locksmith to own lockpicks here. Okay, yeah. I thought some states had regulations on that. Sorry, James. So not everybody's going to be able to get those. I'm sorry. All right, Georgia Bushcraft makes their own, or has their own coffee now. So I picked up a box of this. I will do a video on this when I can get back out and get a little campfire going. But basically, they're little coffee pouches that are much like tea bags, and you basically boil the water and you put that in there. It steeps like a tea bag. So, yeah, cool little thing for camping or bug out bag or whatever. And you can get that online at their store. And it's good coffee. I will tell you, they have really good coffee, folks. All right, near the bottom here. So this here, do you remember that a couple months ago we did a video about car safety and vehicle preparedness kits? We were talking about storing water in the car. After that video, I thought about how I was doing it, and I thought, I think I want to change things up a little bit. So I picked up 4 of these. This is just a single wall stainless steel canteen. So I do a lot of road trips. I do a lot of camping, things like that. These I like to have extra water stored in the vehicle when I'm traveling. If I'm going outside of my area, I want to have extra water with me. Just got to remember to rotate, so you can put water in here. And unlike with like a clear bottle, there's no chance of a Fresnel lens effect or anything like that. So it's not going to start a fire in my car. And just got to get in the habit of, rotating. And the best thing about these single wall canteens is that you could put this in a fire. Of course, you would take the top off or it's going to explode, but you could stand it up in a fire and it'll boil. Double wall. This is really important to know if you're going to build your kit like this. Double wall canteens do not do that with. They can explode. Single wall is what you want. Now the trade-off, if you get single wall, is it doesn't insulate as good, right? So your cold drinks are going to go at room temperature faster, and your hot drinks are not only going to get room temperature faster, they might even be too hot to touch on the canteen. If you want that, you got to go with a double walled. If you're not worried about that like me, you go with single walled, because the advantage with this is I can put this in a fire and boil water. Make sense? So I grabbed 4 of those, and those will be how I store extra water when I'm road tripping or camping. Just got to remember to rotate, folks. That's all. All right. What else we got? Green sweaty hell. What did I miss? Wants to skin instantly. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the Scorpion Metals. You're talking about the liquid skin. You're not a fan of it. It's XNYC Prepper says it's only illegal if you use it illegally. Hey, Prepper for the Ages. I hope you're having a good night. It's good to see you. All right, last couple things here. So let's do this one last. All right, so this I already had, my gas mask from Mirror Safety, and there's a link in the description for that. What I did pick up was another filter. So just like with the GeoPress filters, I'm trying to accumulate a couple of these. They're pricey, guys. You know, not gonna lie. That's the kind of gear that gets a little expensive. So I can't buy 6 of these or 10 of these at once. I just can't afford that on my budget. So I practice what I preach. Do it as you can, right? So this is I just added another filter, and then when I get a little bit more money put aside, I'll add another one, and then till I'm satisfied with my stash. Okay, so added another Mirror Safety filter, and then the last thing. And this was a gift from Mrs. Sarge for Christmas, and this is what I wanted, is one of the smaller solo stoves, right? So this is, you can cook multiple different types of fuel with this. But of course, when you're out in the sticks, you can just use some sticks basically, right? And you can baton some wood or however you want to do it to burn inside there. And most of the time I'm camping by myself, guys. So this is perfect for me. I can put my one little pot on there, boil up some water, make my meal, good to go. If I want to stay discreet. Now, sometimes I like a big campfire and I wouldn't be using this all the time. But sometimes you're like, you know what? I just want to make breakfast. Let me do this. Simple and easy. Get this going. Low smoke. And this one actually can be like tabletop. This one here. So, yeah, this was something that I wanted for my kit. This is too big, in my opinion, for my bug out bag or anything like that. I wouldn't use it like that, but maybe you do. That's fine. In my bug out bag, I do have a small foldable stove that's even smaller than that, but it's kind of a pain to work with. So I wanted this for when I'm like, just camping, need to boil one little cup of water or a pot of water or fry an egg or something, just to kind of get a quick meal in. So I'm excited. I'll show you that too when I get to test it out. I'll do a full unboxing and everything, and we'll test it out, see how it does with boiling water, how long it takes, all that kind of good stuff. All right. So let me check your chat one more time, and then that's probably going to be it for tonight. I'll do a little message for you to wind us down. I used to have a solo. Wayne says I used to have a solo stove cook set, and it was nice and compact. Don't forget the like button. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, give me a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I appreciate you. Thanks for everybody for sharing some of your Friday with me. So that's it for tonight. Let me end you with a little positive message. I want to say, I'm still hopeful that 2025 is going to be better for us. I really am. But I would say don't let up. Keep prepping. The biggest threat that I think on the horizon is the sleeper cell threat that we've been talking about. That's the thing that I'm worried about the most. So keep prepping, but prep at your budget. Prep at your budget. Don't go crazy. Don't do stupid things like blow up your credit card to get all the gear at once, because then you're creating a new crisis. Now, unless you have a ton of money, if you got a ton of money and you want to do that, that's fine. But for the average person like me, you gotta go slow, accumulate it over time. Remember that most of my gear, guys, I accumulated over the course of like 20 plus years. So I've been doing this a long time, and I got slowly upgraded. And so as I upgraded, my old stuff became my backup stuff, or I gave some of it away. But if you go into it with this like I gotta catch up mentality, you're gonna end up putting yourself into a financial painful situation. So please, please, please don't do that. Okay. All right, folks. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Let me check your chat one more time. I think that's it. I don't see any new messages there. So you guys have a great evening. I will have a new video for you on Tuesday. I've been trying to release more shorts as well. So check out those shorts videos. And make sure you check out everybody in the chat right now. There's a lot of good channels in there. Just about everybody in there, I think, puts out some content, or most of the people in there put out some content. So check out their channels and give them some support as well, all right? Keep planting your seeds. Keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge. All right.